Happy holidays everyone, this is Daniel, and today I'm back with another interactive challenge video, this time on Damian Lillard, who's quietly having another great season averaging 26 a game. And in this video, I'll basically show you a play, pause it right before Lillard makes a critical decision, and then you'll guess what decision Lillard will make. You'll catch on real quick, there will be 7 plays or clips in total, so let's get right to it. We'll be mostly focusing on the pick and roll as Lillard is excellent at navigating and manipulating the pick and roll. So let's start with number 1. Here he's about to go into a ball screen and he's faced with a decision. Should he try to reject the screen and drive left, or should he use the screen toward the middle of the floor? Take into account what you see on the screen, and I'll give you 5 seconds to make your decision. This is a clear-cut example of a great time to reject the screen as a combination of factors played into this decision. First off, we see that Wiggins is really anticipating the screen. His head is facing forward, and we see that his feet have opened up, allowing Lillard to drive left. Now, a lot of teams will intentionally force sideline like this, but here we see that Noah Vonleh is on the other side of Whiteside, expecting Lillard to go middle. So this is a bit of a defensive breakdown for Minnesota, and Lillard nicely rejects the screen. Now, the other important factor is that Lillard made a great space read. So he looked on that left side and saw McCollum in the corner, but he had no teammate on the left wing. This left a large gap in place, so when he drove left, there was space for him to get into the paint and finish. To contrast, take a look at this play. Kelly Oubre will reject or go away from the screen driving right, but this wasn't the best decision. We see that he has a teammate on the wing and in the corner, which means that there is no gap on that right side. Ben Simmons, who is guarding the wing, can get in the way of the drive and potentially get a steal, which happens here. On to number 2, so here Lillard is on the right side of the court and he's faced with a decision. Should he go middle and use the ball screen from Whiteside, or should he try to go away from the screen and drive right? You have 5 seconds. On this play, the defense is performing ice coverage, which is basically where the on-ball defender will look to get between the ball handler and the screener, and he'll look to force Lillard's sideline. And we see that Vonleh, the defensive big, is positioned toward the sideline. So if Lillard can get middle, that would be ideal, because not only would he be going left when Vonleh expects Lillard to go right, but Vonleh is in a deep drop, so if Lillard can get left, he may have an open 3 right off of the screen. So the question is, can Lillard use the screen? And the answer is yes, because we see Shabazz Napier doesn't fully get between Lillard and Whiteside. He leaves some space. So Lillard is able to get middle, and while he doesn't get the 3 off, we see that when he attacks the basket, Vonleh is out of position and Lillard finishes. Dame has been in thousands of pick and rolls, and that allows him to decipher where everyone is on the floor all at once. And another example of this is on this play, he notices that there is no teammate of his on top, so he knows there will be space for him to drive middle when he gets there. On to number 3, what should Lillard do? So after coming off of this step-up ball screen, should he take the pull-up 3, whip it over to the weak side shooter, or come off of the screen and dribble toward the middle? So coming off of this ball screen, Lillard first notices that the defensive big man is at the 3-point line, so taking a 3 may be a bit of a force, and there isn't any obvious passes. And then in terms of trying to drive, he notices that the strong side is flooded with defenders, so there is no space there. But that does mean there is definitely space toward the middle of the floor. So Lillard drives in front of the screener, and this is called snaking the pick and roll. Ball handlers will often do this in the pick and roll to find more space, which is what Lillard does here, and then he can make the final decision in space. Number 4, what should Lillard do here? And make sure to keep a close eye on the defenders. Should Lillard take the pull-up 3, or should he come off of the screen and attack the basket? So on this play, Lillard expertly read Porzingis. On the first pick and roll, Porzingis is up on the screen and he's well balanced. He's in a stance, so Lillard can't do anything here. But on the second screen, we see that Porzingis loses a bit of focus. He trails Whiteside significantly, so when Lillard comes off of the screen, Porzingis' momentum is still going toward Lillard, and we see that he's not in a stance at all. Dame nicely reads this and blows right by him, and he draws a foul. So thus far, we've looked at how Lillard reads the defenders and reads the space to make the right decision. Now, for these last 3 questions, we're adding a bit of a twist. I'll still give you 5 seconds to make the right decision, but now I won't give you any options. So number 5 here, we'll see Lillard come off of a pick and roll, and first, watch the play unfold. Now, at this moment, what is the best choice for Lillard? I'll give you 5 seconds. Really nice read to find the weak side shooter, and this play shows off Lillard's passing. And as Lillard comes off of the pick and roll, we see that both Millsap and Barden are in position to tag the roll man. The difference is Millsap is balanced. He got to the help early, so if Lillard throws it over to Collins, Millsap should be able to recover in time. While Barden is scrambling to get into position on the tag, he is late, and so all of his momentum is going toward the paint. So Lillard nicely counters that by throwing it right to Hood, as Barden is still going toward the middle, and Hood gets an open 3. Getting it to Whiteside on the roll wouldn't have been the worst idea, but I do like the choice to go right to Hood, and also this was possible because there was a clear passing angle between the 2 defenders to get it over to Hood. On to number 6, and here keep a close eye on this pick and roll. Again, no choices, here's 5 seconds. Sometimes a pocket pass will just present itself, and that's what happens here. As Lillard drives right, there's a clear window to throw this pocket pass to the rolling big. We see that the defensive big man is committed to Lillard, and then in terms of reading the weak side, Lillard sees that there is no defender at the free throw line, also called the nail. Wiggins is not at the nail here, and his momentum is neutral, so Lillard knows he doesn't have to throw a skip pass, he can throw that pocket pass, leading Scal toward the basket. Alright, lucky number 7, last ball screen play. Lillard comes off of the screen, and what should he do here? Finally, Lillard got to shoot that 3-pointer, and this was a good shot for him. First off, he recognizes that Patty Mills gets stuck on the screen. Whiteside makes good contact. And then coming off of the screen, Aldridge is not only dropped a few feet below the 3-point line, but he's backpedaling a bit. His momentum is going more towards the basket than towards Lillard, so Dame knows if he rises for a 3, he'd be open. And remember the Mavericks play, on the second pick and roll, Porzingis was going towards the pick and roll, so the 3 wouldn't have been open, but Lillard of course made the right choice by attacking the basket. Well, there you have it guys, and to increase your basketball IQ as a player or coach, go to smarterbasketballplayer.com to learn about my online program. We have a special holiday sale going on right now. Also, in the comments, let me know what score did you get out of 7, and please comment any feedback you have. I hope you enjoyed this look into Lillard's pick and roll reads and how he finds space and really reads every defender on the floor. So thanks for watching, and Merry Christmas!